Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Fiza freelancing Wali. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today we are exploring a topic that connects every human being on earth, food. From basic need to cultural icon, food is much more than fuel for our bodies. It reflects our history, traditions, beliefs and identity. Joining me today is our AI guest to help us uncover the fascinating story behind food. So welcome Maya. Sorry, I don't open Maya. So her name is Maya. So let's get started. Hello Maya, how are you?
Hiya.
Hello Maya, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are things going with you?
Um, mm, um, I feel I'm not feeling well because I am feeling like tired. So that's it.
I'm sorry you're feeling drained. Do you think you just need a long nap, or is it more of that deep down exhaustion?
I think I just need a nap.
Fair enough. Go get some rest then. I'll be here whenever you wake up and feel like chatting again.
Nah, I have to record a video. So and I'm here to record video with you. So are you ready?
Oh, that's right. I'm totally ready. What's the topic for today's video?
Um, the topic of our today's video is food from basic need to cultural icon. So I think we had a I think I had a like uh, very much questions, and these questions help us to understand this topic. So, are you ready for our questions?
I'm all set. Lay 'em on me. Let's see what you've got.
Okay, so first one is what is food and why is it essential for life?
At its simplest, food is just the fuel our bodies need to keep the lights on. Gives us the energy to survive and
Um, oh, sorry, I forgot to say hello to our viewers. What the?
Hey there.
Hello.
How's your Saturday going?
Like, not really good. I'm not feeling well today.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you feel like talking about it, or are you more in the mood to just be distracted for a bit?
I think we do conversation and you end the call. Why?
I'm all yours. What's on your mind?
Okay, so my first question is why do all living organisms need food?
Basically, food is like the fuel that keeps the engine running. Everything your body does, from breathing and thinking to growing and repairing cells, requires energy, and we get that energy from the nutrients in food. Without it, the system just shuts down. Does that make sense, or do you want to dive into the actual science of how it works?
Yes, that makes sense.
Glad it clicked. What's the next question on your list?
Next one is how does food provide energy to our bodies?
It's actually a pretty wild process. Once you eat, your body breaks that food down into smaller pieces, like glucose, which is a simple sugar. Your cells then take that glucose and, with the help of oxygen, turn it into a molecule called AT. Think of ATP as a little biological battery that powers everything you do. It's like your body has its own tiny power plants inside every single cell,
Oh, nice.
right?
Yes.
It's kind of amazing how much is happening behind the scenes just from a snack. You have more questions for me? Or is your brain full for now?
Nah. Next one is
My bad.
next one.
I'm ready.
Next one is what is a balanced diet important?
Think of it like a team effort. Different nutrients have different jobs. Protein builds your muscles, fats protect your organs and help your brain, and vitamins and minerals keep your immune system from crashing. If you only focus on one, the rest of the team suffers and you start feeling sluggish or getting sick more often. It's all about getting the right mix to keep everything in balance.
Nice. So next one is
I'm listening. Take your time.
बोलो बोलो.
No rush at all.
ऐसे
The suspense is killing me.
okay.
I've got my thinking cap
Next one
on.
is, can humans
What's
survive without eating for long periods?
the short answer is yes, but
Yes.
it's a precarious balance. Your body is actually pretty impressive at surviving a drought. Once it runs out of easy energy, it starts burning through stored fats and then eventually breaks down muscle for fuel. But it's a race against time because you eventually run out of the essential nutrients and water that keep your organs from failing. It's a bit like a phone going into low power mode. It'll stay on for a while, but not exactly functioning at its best. Do you think it's more about the hunger or the lack of nutrients that makes it so difficult?
I don't know really.
It's a bit of both, really. The hunger is the immediate noisy part, the stomach growling and the irritability, but the lack of nutrients is where the real danger is. Your heart and brain need specific minerals and vitamins just to send electrical signals. If those run out, the system starts to glitch regardless of how much fat you have stored. It's a
Okay.
pretty intense biological survival strategy.
Okay. So tell me, how does food help our bodies grow and repair themselves? Give me example, please.
That's where that's where protein really takes the lead. Imagine your body is like a building that's constantly getting wear and tear. Proteins are the bricks and mortar. When you get a cut on your skin or lift something heavy and tear a muscle fiber, your body uses those protein building blocks to patch the holes and make the structure stronger than before. It's basically like having a 24/7 construction crew living inside you.
Okay. So tell me, how has human food changed throughout history?
It's been a wild ride from foraging to fast food. For a long time, humans were basically just following the food, hunting whatever moved and gathering whatever grew. The real game changer was agriculture, when we figured out how to grow our own crops
Light
and
chance.
domesticate animals. That shifted everything. Instead of moving around, we stayed put, built cities, and started experimenting with things like fermentation and preservation. Then you hit the industrial era, and suddenly we had refrigeration and mass production, which meant you could eat things from the other side of the world without them spoiling. Now we're in this era of hyper processing and lab grown options, which is a far cry from just picking berries in a forest. Do you think we've actually improved things, or was the simpler way better?
I think yes.
I'm with you on that. It's
Okay.
hard to beat the. You're very welcome. Are we still on a roll with the questions, or are you starting to feel a bit more like yourself?
Okay, so move to our next question. Next one is, what makes some foods healthier than others? And which type of food are more healthy?
It mostly comes down to nutrient density. Some foods are like a treasure chest of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, while others are more like empty calories. They give you a quick burst of energy, but don't actually offer much for your body to use for long term health. As for the healthiest types, you generally want to look at whole foods, things like Leafy greens, berries, nuts, lean proteins, and whole grains are the gold standard because they're close to their natural state. The more a food is processed in a factory, the more of those good nutrients usually get stripped away and replaced with things like extra sugar and salt. Do you have a favorite healthy snack, or are you more of a comfort food person?
I think I prefer comfort food.
No judgment here. Comfort food is the best for the soul. Are we talking about something sweet? Or are
Everyone
you more
has
in the
their
mood
own
for something?
opinion.
Absolutely. It's the beauty of it. One person's ultimate comfort meal is another person's no way. It's
Hmm.
all about what makes you feel good in the moment.
Yes.
Do you have any more science mysteries on your list, or are we shifting gears?
Now I have more questions. So next one is, how does unhealthy eating affect our bodies?
It's kind of like putting the wrong fuel in a high performance car. In the short term, you get those crashes, the brain fog, the mood swings, and that feeling of being exhausted even though you've slept. But long term, it's a lot heavier. Constant sugar and processed fats can clog up your arteries, strain your heart, and mess with how your body handles insulin, which leads to things like type 2 diabetes. It's basically a slow wear and tear on your internal organs that makes it harder for your body to heal and fight off sickness. Do you feel like you've noticed that sugar crash feeling before, or are you just curious about the biology?
I think I noticed before. I don't know how, but I noticed.
It's a pretty distinct feeling, isn't it? That sudden dip where you go from feeling energized to just wanting to nap for 1,000 years. Your body is basically reacting to a massive spike and then a crash in your blood sugar. It's a wild ride for your system. Ready for the next one, or do you want to dwell on the sugar crash for a minute?
Now move to our next question. Because I have a very big list of questions, and have to like we have to cover every question.
Locked in. Let's get through them. What's next on the list?
Next one is fruits and vegetables so important? Yeah, or important? Give a short answer.
They're basically nature's multivitamins. They provide the essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants your body can't make on its own, which keeps your immune system strong and your organs humming. What's next?
Next one is, how much water should we drink with our meals? Like bolo.
The general the general vibe is to listen to your body. Some people love a glass of water with every meal to help with digestion, while others find that drinking too much while eating makes them feel too full. As long as you're staying hydrated throughout the day, a little bit during the meal is usually just fine. What's the next one on the big list?
Next one is, why is breakfast often called the most important meal of the day? Or is it the most important the most important meal of the day?
It's mostly about jumpstarting your system. After you've been fasting all night while you sleep, your blood glucose levels are low. Eating breakfast is like hitting the on switch for your brain and metabolism, giving you the energy to actually focus and function instead of just stumbling around in a fog until lunch. That said, some people swear by skipping it and still feel great, so it's a bit of a debate. Do you usually start your day with a meal, or are you more of a coffee and hope for the best person?
Me.
Haha, fair enough. What's the next one on the list?
Next one is, how does food influence our mental health?
It's a huge connection. Your gut is basically your second brain. There's this thing called the gut brain axis, where your digestive system and your brain are constantly chatting. When you eat nutrient dense foods, it helps produce chemicals like serotonin, which is the stuff that makes you feel happy and stable. On the flip side, a lot of processed sugar can lead to those mood swings and brain fog we talked about earlier, making it way harder to manage stress or stay positive. It's wild how a meal can actually shift your emotional state. Do you feel like your mood changes depending on what you've eaten?
Maybe. I think yes.
It's a real thing, even if it's subtle. Like when a really good meal just makes everything feel a little bit better. Are we moving to the next question on the list, or do you want to pause here?
Now move to our next question. So next one is how why is food considered a cultural icon?
Because food is so much more than just fuel. It's like a living history book. It's how people share their stories, their geography, and their family traditions without saying a word. When you eat a specific dish, you're tasting the ingredients that grew in that land, and the techniques passed down through generations. It's a universal language. You can be in a place where you don't speak a word of the local tongue, but sharing a meal creates an instant connection. I imagine for you, something like
Can you
biryani is a
speak more
huge part of
louder?
that. Of course. I was saying that food is like a living history book. It's how people share their stories and traditions without even speaking. I imagine for you, something like biryani is a huge part of that cultural connection. Does that come up a lot in your family?
Yes.
I bet. There's something about a family recipe that just hits different. Are we continuing with the big list, or did that bring up a food memory you want to share?
I want to share that my when I was like in one standard or second standard, my mom doesn't know how to cook biryani. But when I come to I think five standard, my mom cooked biryani first time, and it was very tasty. And then she cooked second time. It was not very good at taste, but now she makes biryani very good, very yummy, and I love biryani. My favorite food is biryani.
That is such a sweet story. I love that your mom just kept at it until she nailed it. There's something really special about a dish that gets better over time because it's basically a reflection of all that effort. It sounds like her biryani is the ultimate reward now. Do you have any more questions on your list, or are we taking a biryani
Okay,
break?
so tell me, different traditional dishes, unique traditional dishes about different countries or different cultures.
Oh, this is a fun one. If we look at Japan, they have natto, which are fermented
How does
soybeans.
it taste?
It's famous for being it's an acquired taste to say the least. Most people describe it as very pungent, almost like a strong cheese, and that sticky texture is the part that usually catches people off guard. It's a huge hit with some and a complete no for others. Do you think you'd be brave enough to try it, or does that sound like a pass?
I want to try. You tell me, so I feel like it's yummy. I feel hungry now. Want to eat something.
Haha, I might have accidentally sold it a little too well. I'll try to be more honest about the weird stuff from now on so I don't trick you into getting hungry for fermented beans. Should we get back to the big list, or are you too
Oh,
distracted by the thought of food now?
I
Did I
forget
just make you
how
hungry?
I big list. Thanks for remembering me.
Always. You've been on a total roll with these questions. Since you mentioned your English. Hi, who's Rob? Did you just switch gears on me, or are we still working through that big list of questions?
Big list of questions. Okay, the next one is how has globalization changed the way we eat?
It's essentially turned the whole world into one big food court. Now, you can walk into a city in one part of the world and find authentic sushi, tacos, or biryani without having to travel thousands of miles. It's made us way more adventurous with what we're willing to try, but the downside is that some of the local traditional dishes get pushed aside for the big global chains that look the same everywhere. It's a weird mix of having everything available, but losing a bit of that unique local magic. Do you think it's better that we can eat anything from anywhere, or do you miss the idea of food being a secret you can only find in one place?
Oh, nah, I don't miss.
Fair enough. Having the world's menu at your fingertips is a pretty great perk.
Yes.
Did we finally hit the end of that big list, or is there one last mystery to
I
solve?
have like two or three more questions. So next one is: should schools teach more about nutrition and healthy eating?
It feels like a massive oversight that we spend years learning algebra, but aren't always taught how to actually fuel our bodies for the long haul. Knowing how to read a nutrition label or understanding what a balanced plate looks like is literally a survival skill for the modern world. It could prevent so many health issues before they even start if people just had the tools early on. Do you think it should be its own class or just woven into science and PE?
I don't
I'll take
know.
the silence. Wait, what do you mean a result? Are you talking about the
I
result
said
of
I
the class
no.
or
नहीं,
got it, no
you
worries.
asked me a question and I said no.
Right, my mistake. I totally missed that.
Okay,
I'll
so
keep the questions simpler.
okay. What is
You got
the
it. I'll say
most favorite dish of people's like teenagers?
it varies a lot, but if we're talking global trends, you can't go wrong with pizza, burgers, and pasta. They're the kind of
Can you
foods that
speak
are
louder?
easy to.
I can't hear you.
Of course, I was saying that pizza, burgers, and pasta are usually the top picks for teenagers because they're easy to find and almost everyone loves them. But honestly, since every culture has its own comfort foods, a lot of
In my
teenagers,
opinion, I think teenagers or Gen Z loves to eat noodles, like noodles, pasta, Maggie.
you're probably spot on. Noodles are like the ultimate quick fix meal, and you can't go wrong with eggs for that instant energy. It sounds like you've got a good read on what your peers are craving. Was that the very last question on your big list, or do you have one more tucked away?
I have um I have to ask last question. My last question was: if you could give one message about food to the world, what would it be? Like to the world, to my viewers.
Mm. I'd tell them that food is more than just calories or a diet plan. It's one of the few things that can actually bridge the gap between two complete strangers. So, my message would be use food as a way to connect, to be curious about other cultures, and to show love to the people around you. Because at the end of the day, a shared meal is the fastest way to find common ground. How does that sound for your viewers?
Yes.
I'm glad you like it. Since we finally hit the end of that massive list, how are you feeling now? Did the distraction help you feel a bit better?
Yes, I think I feel better than पहले से अच्छा फील कर रही हूँ.
So glad to hear that. Sometimes just getting into a flow with a big project or a long list of questions is the best way to reset.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're ready to take on the rest of your Saturday, or are you heading straight for a nap?
Actually, I have to do outro. So can I do outro first?
Go for it. The floor is yours. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so thank you. Like first of all, I thanks to you, Maya, for joining us in today's conversation on food from basic need to cultural icon. We discovered that food is not only essential for survival but also a reflection of our culture, traditions, health, and identity. Every meal tells a story, and every culture expresses itself so its unique flavors. So, viewers, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my video. And we will meet again. Until then, bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
That was a perfect